Picture this. It's 2005. Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux, is drowning. Not in water, but in a chaotic sea of emails, each one a proposed change to his revolutionary operating system. The system he used to manage code, called BitKeeper, just revoked its free license. The entire open source world held its breath. What would happen to Linux? This chaos, this frustration, wasn't just a technical problem, it was a philosophical one. How could thousands of developers scattered across the globe work together without stepping on each other's toes? Linus didn't just need a tool, he needed a revolution. And so, out of pure necessity, Git was born. It wasn't designed to be trendy, it was designed to be a rebellion against centralized control. This single event set the stage for a question that would define the next 2 decades of technology. What happens when coding stops being a solitary act and becomes a social one? Linus Torvalds, in his typical fashion, decided if you want something done right, you do it yourself. He locked himself away for a weekend and emerged with the first version of Git. The name itself is a piece of British slang for a stupid or unpleasant person. Linus joked he named it after himself. But this stupid tool was pure genius. Unlike the systems before it, Git was distributed. This meant every developer had a full copy of the project's history on their own machine. No more waiting for permission from a central server. You could experiment, break things, fix them, and perfect your work in private. This wasn't just a technical feature, it was a declaration of freedom. It gave developers autonomy and trust. The power was no longer in one place, it was in the hands of everyone. But a powerful tool is only half the story. Git was brilliant, but it was also complex, a command-line beast that could be intimidating. Then, in 2008, 3 developers, Tom Preston Werner, Chris Wanstrath, and PJ Hyatt, had an idea. What if they could build a website around Git? A place where you could not only store your code, but also share it, discuss it, and collaborate on it easily. They called it GitHub. Suddenly, Git had a friendly face. GitHub took the raw power of Git and wrapped it in a social network. You could follow developers, star projects you liked, and fork a project to create your own version. The pull request became the new handshake, a formal invitation to merge your improvements into someone else's project. GitHub didn't invent collaboration, but it made it visible, accessible, and, dare I say, fun. It transformed a technical tool for version control into a global community hub, and in doing so, it changed the very identity of what it means to be a developer. Before GitHub, where did you show off your work? Maybe a personal website, a dusty portfolio, or just lines on a resume. Your code was often hidden away on a company server, invisible to the world. GitHub changed all that. Your profile became your living, breathing resume. The green squares on your contribution graph became a badge of honor, a public testament to your skill and dedication. Developers were no longer anonymous keyboard warriors. They were public creators, digital artisans with followers and reputations. The open source world exploded. Projects that would have once been impossible, like the code that runs your favorite apps or websites, were now built by global teams of volunteers. This was the golden age of the open source revolution. Being a rockstar developer was no longer about working for a big-name company. It was about the impact your code had on the community. GitHub democratized development, giving anyone with a keyboard and an internet connection the power to contribute to the digital infrastructure of our world. But this new, hypervisible world of open source came with a dark side. The same platform that celebrated contribution also created immense pressure. Those green squares on your profile? They could easily become a measure of self-worth, pushing developers toward burnout as they sacrifice nights and weekends to maintain projects used by multi-billion-dollar companies for free. This raised a serious tension, the line between contribution and exploitation. When a massive corporation uses your free open-source library to build their profitable product, who is really benefiting? The promise of open source was a beautiful ideal of shared knowledge and community spirit. But when that community-driven work becomes the unpaid foundation of a trillion-dollar industry, the questions get a lot more complicated. Are you a contributor, or are you just free labor? This is the ethical tightrope that the open source community walks every single day. And now, we're standing at the edge of another seismic shift. Artificial intelligence is no longer science fiction, it's a collaborator. GitHub Copilot, an AI pair programmer, is already writing code alongside millions of developers. It learns from all the public code on GitHub and suggests entire functions, lines, and solutions in real time. On one hand, this is an incredible leap in productivity. It can handle the boring, boilerplate stuff, freeing up developers to focus on the truly complex creative problems. But it also leads us to a profound question about the future of social coding. If an AI can write a patch, test it, and submit a pull request, where does the human fit in? Will the social element of coding, the very thing GitHub was built on, begin to fade away if our primary collaborators are machines? We started this journey with Linus Torvalds fighting for human-to-human collaboration. We might be ending it by asking a new question. When algorithms do the coding for us, will they also learn to share the credit? The next chapter of coding is being written right now, and it's not clear if the author will be human or machine. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of code, don't forget to hit that like button. And subscribe for more stories about the technology that shapes our world. See you in the next one.